All right. Welcome, welcome, one and all. My name is Raven, Strap Strings, Fates Wins, whatever the heck you want to call me. And today we are playing a game that is incredibly near and dear to my heart. We are going to be playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're going to be going through. I'm going to be doing this. This is going to be the sort of a brand new long play series because I believe after basically starting tomorrow for the folks who are here live. I believe the second trilogy will be coming out later in January. But for those of you on the YouTube side of things, you guys will be seeing this long after the second trilogy came out. So this is the start of my newest long play series, where we are going to be doing every single Phoenix Wright game that I can legally acquire. I have to specify legally acquire, because as much as I would love to be able to do the Miles Edwards games, those don't have any fucking ports that I can do yet. I would have to emulate those. I am not against emulating them because the Miles Edwards games are so much fun. A quick heads up on things. This is actually going to be part of the This is not going to just be just the usual audio testing that I normally do when I get a new game. Yes, it is an audio test at the moment, and if you guys can hear me over the game, if the music is too quiet for you guys, I already had to go and turn the music down, because at 2, where it was before when I first got the game, it was already higher than me, and I turned the music down already. I have turned the stream volume for you guys for the desktop audio. It's normally at -19. It's now at -22. Sorry, not -22, -23.2 for you guys now, so you guys can actually hear me over this. But so if you guys let me know if you guys can hear anything. But this is also going to be for the first time going to be the actual episode that goes up onto the playlist as well. And I figured one of the things I'm going to do with this is I'm going to be trying to see if I can get people who want to join me to do this game for voices. The Discord is still not fully ready right now for brand new people to come in. But for the people who I've already invited in, you guys are welcome to at any point in the time after this first trial is done to just if you guys see me streaming the game, you guys are more than welcome to just pop into the voice channel. I will be doing this, having Discord running after this. Anytime I play this, that people can just jump in and do voices as well with me, because I would love to be able to do a game like this where other people get to do voices alongside of me. So this is my open call for anyone that is already in the Discord or would eventually want to join it. You guys are welcome to jump in whenever you want if you guys see me streaming this. But for now, let's get started. Also, Axo, congratulations. Anyway, I've been stalling enough. I've just been jamming out listening to the music here. Let's get started with episode 1, the first turnabout. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous! Right! Oh, hiya, Chief! Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything is over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence! I'm afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished, man! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. I love the names that are in this game franchise. I love the names that are here. Her school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butz. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. A little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sakes, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading, palms sweating, arms, palms spaghetti.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please, state the name of the defendant in this case.
That would be me, Phoenix Wright! It's Larry Butz. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you, and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Cindy Stone. Whew, I know this one. Glad I've read the case report to cover it so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No, no way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this place?
Cinder Block. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Cause of death? Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct.
Give me one moment, guys. I need a drink. I'm gonna need to refill up before the collab later on today. Oh, that was not muted.
You've answered all my questions, so I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
I'm already losing the old man voice.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? And to talk like this, need to go and I'm talking in the old man voice.
The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Give me one moment, guys. I need to go shut the door to the streaming room.
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony!
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls.
Or seeing me?
Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, She was in Paris until the day before she died.
The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see just what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Objection! You are making up some assumptions of the deceased.
Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof! Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? You're cheating she-dog.
I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this!
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
Larry?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, right.
Oh boy. This is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
No!
Well, did you or did you not? Huh? Well,
Maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? I mean, having him answer honestly is the best thing. Like, stopping him from answering now would just be bad for me. I have how many save slots? Okay, I like this. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
yeah, I was there. I went there.
Order! Well, Mr. Butz,
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. It's like I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
lying?
Yeah, you know, the thing where someone tells a non-truth. The prosecutor would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body.
Isn't that highly suspicious?
Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Objection, speculation.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please, bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
He looks like the Happy Best salesman.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is that correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes. I also sell masks to little children. Sometimes they're even stolen by even littler children with big faces.
Mr. Sod, you may proceed with your testimony. Please, tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. It was also half closed. I don't know if I ended up stealing that from the Game Grumps. If I did, I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've watched their Phoenix Wright stuff. They're gonna love it when the second trilogy comes out. Oh my god. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then, I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. And the man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I hope you know that the entire time I was doing that, I am messing on just like having my hands just go all over the place. As I do whenever I get to voice any eccentric character. It's like, my hands cannot be still if I'm voicing someone eccentric. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against his testimony like that. He said he did what he did. Like he said he went there.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sot used was one of those.
Okay. Hold the fuck up. Because he just said that he didn't step foot into her apartment. But then also said that her phone wasn't working, so he used a payphone, which means he did go into her apartment. And now Mr. Payne is also saying that he used the phone in the apartment, which the witness clearly just said he didn't do. I love this. Also, let me here. We have Mia Fey, Larry Butz, Cindy Stone, Winston Payne. Winced in pain. By the way, that is the pun for his name. Oh, sorry. It's sorry for having to pause so frequently. The back of my throat is burning right now. Not from sickness, but because of some medicine that I used to help clear my throat. It help clear my nose out is a very powerful one, and it is actually stinging my throat right now. So, one moment.
Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination. Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Phoenix! Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in this testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. Alright, let me see here. Oh, well, right there. Time of death doesn't add up. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R button and point out the contradictions in the testimony. Witness's account. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death as sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time!
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait! I remember now.
I'm gonna let the, Pursuit play a little bit longer because I love the Pursuit music. So good. I love the Phoenix Wright franchise so much.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. And there was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. But it was fair as off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program.
That's why I thought it was 1 p.m.
Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution had said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Oh, wait, I remember now.
Mr. Solid?
I love that the judge is giving him a look like, I don't buy your bullshit.
The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. Right, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please.
Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. You know, like my name. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Glad to hear that you saw it, Mr. Saw It. You know what? First trial. Doesn't matter. It's a statue. It's either on this one or it's on the previous one. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Yes! Here we are! One of my favorite tracks in the... Yes! You, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? I'm a defense attorney, you motherfucker! And I'm gonna put you in jail! Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Oh, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock!
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
The witness stated the statue is indeed a clock.
The fuck it is!
The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies.
Why did you just... Hang on a second. I need to take the mic off because I need to step away from it because I need to talk about how bullshit this is. If Pain, brother, boy, old chap, old chum, old buddy, old pal, old friend. Pain, if you are submitting evidence to the court and it's a clock, then why the fuck did you submit it as a fucking statue? I really hope the mic actually picked that up. Oh god, glad I muted that in time. That was a really, really bad cop. Hey.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes, I do! I have so many problems with his testimony! Yes! Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment of the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. I am currently talking on a beard in real life that does not exist.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Side, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Faceless? Just look at the witness's face.
Will the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
Hey, that day. I never. Look, I heard. No, Amy, I saw. Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn! Give him death!
Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor,
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
the whole case is writing on this. I'd better think it through carefully. I mean, it would have to be the clock, wouldn't it? Your Honor, the sound Mrs. Salt heard was definitely this clock. The fact was clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all. So,
We've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing.
The fuck it doesn't!
How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder?
Because you yourself testified that it was!
If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
That's right. How am I going to prove that? By having the court records play back his own testimony. Phoenix, come on, buddy. Damn it! I was so close.
Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime!
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. Chief, It's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why... Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it! You must have evidence somewhere to prove it, right? Find it, and let them have it!
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course! There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt!
Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. And the clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast! And the victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sot? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Heh, nice, Phoenix. Thanks, Phoenix.
Hold her! Hold her, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested. It has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, Butz. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Stott was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. Oh, Ashley, the law says it's sweating bullets out here. all right. I'll get him all done for you, Ashley. Here's the hydrate. And the stretch. If you want to do posture check, now's your chance because I'm leaning back in the chair. Oh, but gotta. Ooh. Whew. That was quite the crack there. Welcome in, Ashley. How are you doing? That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sott let himself in to do his dirty work. All because... So technically, if you want to think about it, Larry's ex-girlfriend is dead. Actually... I'm snap, crackle, and popping. If you want to think about it, Larry is kind of responsible for his girlfriend's murder. Ex-girlfriend's murder. Because he left the door open. Had he not done that, Frank saw it, would not have been able to get into the apartment, I think. After he left, Mrs. Sot let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mrs. Sot grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Phew! I still can't believe we won.
Right! Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over!
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Aw, Nick! Don't worry about me. He'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad! Bad, bad, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Whitty's gone, man! Gone forever!
Larry, she was, nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry!
Harry!
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Heh, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
I have a feeling he's looking at Mia when he's saying this.
Yes. Oh, no, I couldn't. I don't date clients.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me?
What about me, Larry?
Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick! Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, man! And she was just playing me for a fool! Don't that just make you want to cry?
Larry?
Are you so sure? Squeeze me! I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. No, you don't gotta sympathize with me. So good. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is a clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz.
Yeah!
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part, at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends!" But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end.
New episode has been added.
I am sorry that this is going to be a rather shorter stream, but I do know exactly who we're going to be dropping in on them. Alright, thank you guys all so much for coming. This has been a lot of fun. I am looking forward to this so much. I'm looking forward to playing this and showing off more of this to you guys. For now, though, we are going to be ending stream here. I will likely be in Collector's Thing later on today if the collab is still happening for Danganronpa. But for those of you who want to keep up to date on when streams are happening, be sure to drop a follow over to our Blue Sky, Twitter, and Tumblr. Strap streams all in every location. And if you guys want to check out the archive channel where we put all of our streams as well as videos that never make it to streams, you can always check out the archive channel over on YouTube at youtube.com/@strapstreams, exactly the same way that you would put it over on Twitter. Strapstreams is always one word. And this is the start of a brand new long play. And I'm going to have so much fun with this, and hopefully I'll be able to have other people dropping in every now and then to do voices as well. This is the start of a big adventure for me. Here's to the end of 2023, the start of a brilliant 2024, and this is Strapstreams, signing off. Catch you guys later.